Okay, guys, thank you so much for being here, taking the time to be here tonight. I'm Allyse Alamo, and we're going to start with, it's time to start dreaming again. So often we kind of get caught up in the negativity of our lives, our adult lives. We're grown-ups now. We lose sight of our dreams. And tonight I kind of want to share my story with you, as well as the story of a few other people who have had a lot of success in this business, just to kind of explain to you how this may fit into your life and how that may change your dreams and your goals, and maybe you can start hitting some of those again. So with that, I want to tell you just a little bit about myself. There's some pictures of me around this right here, as you can see. This is all, pictures of me with my business, basically me working out, my weight loss story, community events, worked out with trainers, other friends, events, and stuff like that. I am a diamond coach in this business. I have been with the business since October of 2009. I didn't see the potential in the beginning. I didn't get it. I thought, it's a great opportunity, but I really didn't know what I had at my fingertips. So it normally doesn't take, 2 years to get to the level that I'm at. So just want to preface that for you guys. You can move however fast or slow feels comfortable for you, depending on what you want. And if you're not a coach, you are going to see what I mean in just a few minutes. I'm a military housewife, married to a wonderful man for about 2 years now. He happens to be in the Marine Corps. And this is a wonderful tool for me to have with that kind of lifestyle. In the military, you kind of don't have choices about where you get to move. This is something that you can hang on to and keep working on throughout that whole time period, and I'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. As well as I am a mommy-to-be. I just found out, a few weeks ago now, that we're going to have a baby, and it's super important for me to kind of tell you as we go through this how keeping fit is going to be a huge part of my pregnancy plan, and also some of the other things that I use. Little disclaimer for you though, I'm just telling you what I do from experience, what I feel comfortable with. Don't do anything just because I tell you that I'm doing it. Of course, it wants to be something that you feel comfortable with personally. If you feel the need to talk to your doctor about it, if you are, pregnant or anything like that, please do that, especially if you're a beginner or you have some sort of health, condition or anything like that. Please talk to your doctor before you take any of my advice to heart. I'm just telling you what I do from personal experience. And I am a personal trainer as well. I don't take on clients really anymore. But the reason I want to tell you that is not because you need to be a trainer to do this business. It's because if any of you are involved in the fitness industry whatsoever, you'll understand that if you work for someone else, the system is a little bit flawed. And you have to understand that if you do or you don't, if you ever had a trainer or work with one, it's like any hourly job. You are going to be, working hour to hour. What that does is it basically burns all your time. You're stretching yourself very thin, and sometimes it tends to burn you out. So the system is a little bit flawed. This is a great thing for other people in the fitness industry, as well as people who are not, because you don't need to have any knowledge to get into it. I happened to, but I'm going to tell you, me being a trainer, knowing all the fitness stuff, how to use all the machines and stuff in the gym, that did not make me work out, and I never got consistent with my home workouts or my workouts at all until I got involved in this business. Okay, I'm going to move to a little bit more about me. This is my family. This is my lifestyle. This is what I do. You can see my dogs, Malibu and Shadow. It's my husband. So in this slide, I just kind of want to tell you why I'm here, why I'm still in this business, what I understood or what I learned over the course of the 2 years, and I kind of figured out what it could do for me. And, believe it or not, all this stuff, but I'm going to show you throughout this presentation how each of these things can factor into your lifestyle. So I kind of set it up in a fun way, for me at least. A girl just wants to, number one, have fun. I'm not the kind of person who can sit in a cubicle. I cannot dread going to my job every day. So it's a really big thing for me to enjoy what I do for a living, enjoy what I do day to day. And that's one of the reasons that this keeps me hooked, because I enjoy the people that I'm around, enjoy what I get to do, and it's pretty awesome. A girl just wants to control her money. Now, as any of you, I'm pretty sure everybody on here has been to, or been in at least one job. You may or may not have, but if you've ever had a job at all, somebody else controls, you know, what you make, how quickly you're promoted, you know, how many hours you get, and what your income is, your salary, everything. You don't have any control whatsoever. And you also, you don't have the freedom to choose when you go to work or, you know, anything like that. So what's cool about this is the more energy I put in, the more money I have the potential to make. The more people, you know, people's lives I touch, I get to make more money. Now, money is not my number one priority, but if you've ever been in a job, dead-end job, and I was in one for a long time, I've been in a lot of jobs, but, you know, my personal training job, I was in it for 2 years, and I didn't get a raise because there was a freeze on pay and hiring and things like that. So that's the kind of thinking that can get really frustrating. The next one is what, when, and who. So this might sound really crazy to some of you, but I want to do what I want, when I want, and with who I want. And that's exactly what I do. I get to pick, you know, the way that I work. I get to use the tools that I want to use and forget the ones that I don't. I get to, you know, work whenever I want, whether it's in between things or in the morning or in bed, whatever I want to do. And then I also get to choose who I work with, which is huge if you have some negative people in your life, which most of us do. I don't have to work with those negative people. I don't have to work with people who bring me down. I get to pick. The next one is work poolside. Now, I hadn't mentioned this yet, but my husband's job in the Marine Corps has brought us out to Southern California, and so it tends to be nice year-round. Some of you can understand that. So if I want to, I can grab my phone, my laptop, my planner, whatever I need, you know, and a pen or a notebook, and go and sit by the pool and work, or on the beach and work. I have the freedom to do that because I'm not tied to a workplace, to appointments. And even if I do have appointments, normally they're on the phone or on the computer anyway, so that makes it easy for me. I want to look hot in a bikini. Now, it's going to be a little bit different, you know, since the middle of summer, I'm going to have a big pregnant belly, but when I was telling you before I was a trainer, I've had the knowledge of fitness, nutrition, what to do, how to do it, when to do it for years. And I actually used to be a little bit of a fitness junkie. I bought every you know, piece of infomercial workout equipment, and it's all, you know, either tucked away, dusty in a closet somewhere, or it's garbage, because it was garbage. But when I was in the gym, I would be there 15 hours a day, and, you know, I would have plenty of time to get my workout in, but I didn't care to, because I didn't find it fun. You know, and I like to have a trainer myself, so I get a workout DVD, you know, I press play, or I go, you know, do a workout outside, you know, just based on memory or some moves that I like. But this is what got me consistent with my workouts. I never was before, and it might be hard to believe, but this is what worked for me, and it works for a lot of people. You know, a lot of people don't do well in the gym. I want to rest easy. And what I mean by that is we've all, every single one of us, has had a sleepless night based on something that was going wrong in our life. Hating our job, you know, dreading something that you had to do the next morning, stress with money or bills. We've all had something that kept us awake. And this allows me, especially, you know, in the future where I'm going with my business, I'm going to get to rest easy. I'm going to get to take the time that I want when I want it. I get to go on vacation or just, you know, take a couple of days off, and my business is still here when I get back. And I don't have to worry about it. And then the most important thing for me is that I'm able to spend time with my family. It's going to be really, really important, one, you know, with the baby coming, that I have the freedom to do, you know, to be with the baby whenever I want. If you understand a military lifestyle at all, everything's kind of planned out for you. You really don't have any choice in anything whatsoever. So when my husband has a day off, I like to be there. You know, I like to be able to spend time with him. And working from home, I can do that. As well as our families live, you know, thousands of miles away, about 2,000 or 2,500, depending on his family or mine. So we want to travel, we want to go see our families, and it's just important that we get to do that. And, you know, whenever we want, and our jobs are not, or my job at least, is not an issue when we go ahead and do that. So those are some things that are just really important to me. That's why I'm here. That's the direction I'm moving, and that's why I will never, ever, 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 ever leave this business. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so the company Beachbody, we are Team Beachbody coaches. We're partnered with the company Beachbody. Beachbody's been around since '98, and here you can see John Congdon. He's on the left. He is the president of Beachbody, and Carl Deichler on the right. He's the CEO, and they are co-founders of the company. Their mission is to help people achieve their goals and live healthy, fulfilling lives. And that's the first thing you see when you walk into their, you know, their main office, their headquarters. The reason that we're here is because they decided, rather than to put their products, and you might not even know who Beachbody is yet, but we'll get into that in a second. They decided to put their products in the hands of their customers, their successful customers, rather than putting them in stores like Walmart. So that's why we're here. That's where we got this. And their customers, the ones who have been successful, were on the message boards already, and they could be a source of support and accountability for the new customers coming on. So that was kind of the point of this whole starting this coaching option rather than putting stuff in the stores. And that's what I'm going to share with you today. So I want you to think just for a minute, what would you do with some extra cash? You know, an extra $100 a week might not seem like a lot, but it could be extra spending cash for a date night, you know, some dinners out. It could cover some costs for you that might be a little bit of a burden or make the month a little bit tight. But then I want you to think just a little bit more, what if it started to grow? What if it started to get bigger? You could start to pay off your debt. You know, this is where you can start taking some of that worry out of your life. Get the new car that you need. You know, you might be able to start working from home with $500 a week. It's a lot more than, you know, a lot of minimum wage jobs pay. And you could start to put money away for retirement as well. And then an extra $1,000. An extra $1,000 a week is a lot of money. Normally, people start with a job, or their spouse has a job. So you have an extra $1,000 a week. That's extra $4,000 a month, $50,000 a year. Obviously, a little bit more than that, but you can really make a big difference in your life with that. You might start to travel a little bit more, start investing, put some money away from your kids, or give back to your community, which is all really huge. But I want to tell you really quick, I'm about to tell you who Beachbody is. If you don't know who they are, you're going to know in a second. I don't call myself a Beachbody coach because people don't know what that is. I could say Beachbody all day long, and most people have no idea what I'm talking about unless they own one of our programs. But what if I told you that I was a P90X coach? Then that probably makes a little bit more sense to you. Maybe a Turbo Fire coach, or an Insanity coach, or a Brazil butt lift coach. You know, you've seen these all over TV. They're all over all the time. Every time I turn the channel, one of these is popping up. 10-minute trainer, Slim and 6 are also some options that aren't up here. And you know somebody who's done one of these programs if you haven't done one yourself. If you don't own one, you know someone who has. Most people know these brand names. And the way that we promote this stuff is just by doing the programs ourselves and just sharing our journey as we go through it. If you're, a big person, if you're on Facebook at all, ever, this is a place that most of us go through, and we just, we share what we're doing, and it just kind of creates curiosity, with the people around us who are ready to get healthy. So this works, and people will start to come to you for help if you stay strong and you continue through your program. And the people that are ready will be interested in what you're doing, not because you're a coach, but because you do it. That's why they're interested. They're interested because you are living by example. On the screen right now are a few people that have changed their lives by committing themselves to be a product of the product. And before you know it, if you start to do this and just share and keep consistent with it, it starts to affect people around you, your family, your friends, your coworkers. And then as they're affected, the reach just starts to become bigger and bigger. So we are more than just workout programs. We have a full line of nutritional supplements as well. Now, when I was younger, I used every weight loss pill you can imagine, and most of them did not make me feel very good. They made me feel jittery. They made me feel sick. And I know a lot of people who go to GNC, buy some stuff that, whoever tells them is good, or buy the protein powder that says 75 grams, even though your body can't absorb it. A lot of the people at GNC or wherever you go for your nutritional supplements, they don't know what they're talking about, or they don't use them personally, and that's the big thing. I use these. I have friends that use these. My husband uses some of these. The protein powder, the vitamin, the after workout results in recovery, the energy endurance pre-workout formula. If you guys have ever heard, which was really huge, at least for guys, was Jacked 3D. And that turned out to be not so good for people. And, we have a solution for that. Because, I know actually when my husband was on deployment, a lot of his friends were using this. And they came home and they felt sick. They were having headaches. And then it came out that it had methamphetamine in it. So, it was being sold everywhere. Everybody was using it, and they didn't really know anything about it. So I want you to think about trusting the nutritional supplements that people are using, because it's going to be a lot better for you, obviously, if you know people using them, right? So the big one that I want to share with you is going to be Shakeology. This one's huge, and I want to start my quick little disclaimer, and I'll tell you a little bit more about it in a second, but for me, I've been using Shakeology for 2 years now, and it's a staple in my diet. I will not go without it, and being pregnant, now remember, don't take my word for it. This is something that you need to decide on your own with, your own body, your doctor, but I use Shakeology as my prenatal vitamin. Okay, I'm sharing that with you because I do it by experience. We get the question all the time: is this safe? Is it safe for for people that are pregnant? I can honestly say I use it. I can't tell you what's best for you, but I can say that I use it. I know a lot of people who can't handle a prenatal vitamin, and this is something that they do instead. And even if I talk to my doctor, I have to honestly say that I wouldn't. Even if he told me to give it up, I wouldn't. Unless it affected me poorly, I could feel it affecting me poorly, is the only way that I would give it up. So I want to show you just a quick little video about why I use Shakeology as my prenatal.
Shakeology is nutrition simplified. Take one shake a day to help you lose weight, build energy, and get healthy. To match the nutrition of one serving of Shakeology, you would need to eat a bowl of exotic fruit, including goji and acai, 4 cups of raw broccoli, 7 whole carrots, 10 cups of raw cauliflower, 3 cups of romaine lettuce, 4 cups of uncooked mushrooms, 3 raw onions, a cup of peas, 4 cups of red radishes, 4 cups of non-fat yogurt, plus a shot of wheatgrass. Now that's a lot of food. Or get it all in one delicious shake. Shakeology. Nutrition simplified. Available only at teambeachbody.com or through your Beachbody coach.
So it might make a little bit more sense to you why I would say that. This is not just a protein shake. It's not a meal, just a meal replacement. It's not like that naked juice drink that people go and they pay more than what Shakeology actually costs per serving to grab one of those juices out of the convenience store fridge. This stuff it's very hard to describe, and I'm not going to try to do that. I'm just going to tell you that it makes me feel awesome. I notice a huge difference in my energy levels the days that I don't have it compared to the days that I do. And I'll notice that, like, later on in the evening, I'll start to think, like, God, I feel really off. What's wrong? It's because I forgot to make it, or, my day got hectic. I didn't have for lunch. So I'll have it for a nighttime snack instead. And I don't have any issues sleeping if I have it at all. My huge thing that it's done for me is improve my digestion. It really does stop cravings. Like, that's no joke whatsoever. And it does help lose weight if you incorporate it in your meal plan, like as a meal, as something to cut calories down. But that's not necessarily why we use it. It is 150 calories per serving, which is very, very, very small. For a meal or a snack, just in general, it's more of a snack size. But those of us who are experienced with it, we make it so it's delicious. It might be 200 calories, which still isn't anything crazy. But there's a reason why I trust this for myself and my baby, and I wouldn't say that about other stuff. So it truly is the smartest calories that you can put in your body. It is absolutely no joke, and I trust it 110%. Now, I want to show you this quick comparison. Before I tell you about what I'm doing, I'm not judging someone who wants their Starbucks coffee at the end of the week, or somebody who stops in a McDonald's for a value meal. It's not the end of the world. The point to show you here is people like to give Shakeology this price label. Oh, it's too much for me. When they're not really putting in perspective the value they're getting for what each serving is. Now, if I told you I was going to use a Big Mac or a Starbucks coffee as my prenatal vitamin, you would think I was nuts. Now, that is, I feel like, a huge, huge statement, because it's a bold statement that I'm making, because I trust it that much. I do supplement a little bit extra, mind you, just so if you're thinking I'm nuts. But, I supplement the things that I need. But at the same time, I want you to look here and just think, like, if you were taking Shakeology for breakfast for energy, because you normally have your coffee, you're looking at, a price comparison here. If you're looking for the energy of a morning drink, snack, you're going to get more bang for your buck with Shakeology than your Starbucks coffee. If you're looking for a lunch option, something that's good for you, something that helps you lose weight, something quick and easy, you're getting more bang for your buck than going and getting a value meal. And obviously these things cost a bit more. And we're talking, more about, obviously we all indulge from time to time, but we're talking more about what you're going to get on a daily basis. If you're comparing price day to day, and every single day you're going and buying these things. And also, since coaches get 25% off, it costs about roughly $3 for an actual coach serving rather than $4. That's the customer price. So we do have a serious problem, and now I'm about to tell you why we're here, what we're here to do. We have a serious problem, and we just keep getting fatter. And if you look at these numbers, 2/3 or 2 out of 3 adults are obese, and 1 out of 5 kids is overweight, and that's just astounding. And I think logically we know what the issues are. It's processed foods. It's not enough, activity. But the huge issues are not necessarily the weight, but the diseases that we develop along with the weight gain, issues with our cholesterol, diabetes, and our blood pressure, along with all kinds of other stuff. But we're not eating the right foods, we're not active enough, and we're not nourishing our bodies. So we're eating all this food, but we're not being nourished. We're malnourished. So it's a really scary thought, you know, if you really, really put it into perspective. And that's exactly why we are here. So we are here to contribute to ending all of that. First of all, before I tell you, I go into the actual coaching side of things, you do not have to run this as a business. You do not have to become a Beachbody coach to have an income and build a big giant business and spend all your time working with the company. You can do this for yourself to utilize a discount, you know, and get the accountability of just paying, you know, forward your journey to the people around you. This is relationship marketing, word of mouth marketing, and this is what people trust. This is why it works. People trust what their friends tell them. Trust the movies, the restaurants, things like that. And we don't necessarily, you know, we're not here to start spamming links all over the place and do that sort of thing. I know you've seen that in other, you know, network marketing or relationship marketing companies. You've seen people do that. You've seen people sleazy. You've seen people, you know, 100% about sales. You've seen people, you've gotten emails from these people, and that's not what we're about at all. We are here, you know, to share and to help people end that trend of obesity. So Team Beachbody was founded just a few years ago. It did not start out with Beachbody, the infomercial company. This, like I told you, is the option that they chose to, rather than they put their stuff in the stores. The first marketers were their customers who had had some success. And these people were already on the message boards. They were helping other customers. And so that's where they got the idea to do that. It's all natural and organic networking. If you start to become salesy, it doesn't work. It's not like stuff like that. It does not work out for you. You need to just be, you know, a customer, you know, with a business mindset and just leading by example, doing the stuff that you want to see other people doing. And then the pay plan focuses on that help and support. So the more people you help, the more money you make. And so things, you know, tend to work out pretty good for you if you keep that in mind. Now I'm going to share with you a video. This is Megan. And Megan had a really great weight loss story. And she's going to tell you a little bit more about it and how it worked into her business.
Hey everyone, it's Megan Kehoe, and I'm super excited to share my Beachbody journey with all of you tonight. I started in December of 2009. I was 237 pounds, and at 4'11", I definitely needed to lose a few. So when I first started, I had tried everything before. I joined every gym, I did every diet program, every group that you could, and I was really missing the accountability of another person. And that's when I met my Beachbody coach, Allyse. She talked to me about weight loss programs that Beachbody has, and she talked to me about Shakeology. I knew for me that Shakeology was going to be key because food and nutrition and diet, that was a real struggle for me. So I started on Shakeology, and she introduced me to the coaching opportunity as a way that I could save, which excited me and my husband because every little bit counts. So I started just for the discount. I knew there was a lot more involved in coaching, but I was intimidated. I didn't know how to lose weight myself, so I wasn't sure how I would help other people do that too. So in the beginning, I just wanted 25% off. So I signed up as a coach. Through my Beachbody journey, I did Chalene Extreme, I did Shakeology, I tried other programs as well, and I lost 109 pounds. Super exciting. I feel amazing. And as I was going through it, it just was natural for me to share what I was doing with other people. They would ask me, Meg, you look great. What are you doing? What are you drinking? What are you eating? And I naturally just started sharing Beachbody products and Shakeology and the workouts and what I was doing with other people. this allowed me to inspire and motivate people. Like my husband, he watched what I was doing with Chalene Extreme, watched what I was doing with Shakeology, and decided he wanted Insanity for his birthday. He's never asked for a fitness program for his birthday. Usually it's cake and presents. So he got Insanity, he lost 55 pounds, and decided to become a coach as well. That was super empowering for both of us, to do it together and be on the journey together. After, seeing what that did for him and how good it made me feel, I knew that this was something I could do. I knew that going through the journey myself, that the resources were there for me. I don't have to be an expert. I don't have to know everything about fitness. They've done all the work for me. All I have to do is share with other people what I'm doing and how I've had success, and then they will too. So that's what I did. And it really paid off for me in more ways than one. Obviously, I feel great. I look pretty good. And I shared my story with Beachbody and won this year's $1 Million Body Game. So not only did they give me a giant check, which was phenomenal, but they shared my story with more people than I can even imagine, that I now get to be a part of their lives and their journey. And this year, the Beachbody Challenge is huge. It's phenomenally huge. They're giving away hundreds of thousands of dollars, and some of my customers and my husband, they're jumping in and they're excited about sharing their story. So the best advice that I can give is the advice my coach gave me in December of 2009, 109 pounds ago. If there's that thought in your mind that you're in it and you want to do this, then just sign up, even if it's just for the discount, because you never know, how it's going to inspire you and motivate you, and what a difference that can make in other people's lives.
Okay, awesome. So that's Megan. Obviously, she had awesome success on the weight loss side of things, and that's kind of who you want to become. Whether you're starting out with experience with a program or not, that's kind of who you want to be. And if you want to build a business, based off of that, then that's an awesome thing. So who can be a coach? Well, anybody can be a coach. Coaches obviously do not have to be fitness experts, although could be medical experts, nutrition experts, or fit from day one. As Megan just told you, she absolutely was not fit when she started. She just started, for the accountability and for the discount. Of course, there are people who are experts in all these areas, but they don't necessarily do any better with this business than someone who's not. Coaches get to enjoy the discount, of course. Encourage and support others, keep people accountable. Obviously, you motivate people by doing it yourself, and then they get to earn while they learn, burn, and share, which just means you go in and do your thing, share your story, and people, gain an interest in that. So a day in the life of a coach. So this is where I get to differentiate what becoming a discount coach and a coach who wants to build a business, what the difference is. So if you're just joining just for the discount and the accountability of it, you use the products, you recommend what works for you just like normal, so you're a resource for your friends, and then you might attend some fit clubs or, work out with your friends, invite them over to your house, whatever. You're just doing it to be accountable and that sort of thing. But if you decide to take it to the next level, or that's why you're here in the first place, is to earn some money, you use the products every day, of course, because you need to feel it. You need to, be a part of it, feel the results, get some experience with the program so you can share them with others. Recommend what works as you're going through. You're obviously a resource for people, and when they ask where to get it, they get it from you. You work on your personal development. That's a huge part of this. What's changed my whole life is the personal development aspect, the training, the people that we get connected to, the experts. It's amazing stuff, and it's awesome because we get it all for free. And also, you're going to work with your sponsoring coach. This person's going to be like a mentor to you. You're going to go through training with this person. You're going to you're going to help you contact people that you're interested in getting involved. They're going to help you build your network, and you may or may not want to do your own fit club or home party. Another thing that's really huge now is called the Beachbody Challenge, and it's like a centralized like Facebook support and accountability group. So that also gives you the option to touch the lives of people who are not in your local area. So that's all really cool. Who can succeed? Obviously, you see here, if you just take a look around, people of every shape and size, people of from every walk of life, can do this. There is no limit. Everyone just does it their own way. Obviously, grandma is going to do it different than, a stay-at-home mom of 5. So it's all just a little bit different based on your current life, your schedule, and what you want to get from this. So, I mean, are you here to gain some extra income so you can put food on the table? Or are you trying to just make ends meet? Are you trying to make some extra money to work from home so you have time with your family? Or, maybe you just want to reach out and do more in the lives of other people. And that's going to make things, a lot easier on you when you get to that point. Now, I want to share another video with you really quick. Lisa, oops, sorry, wrong one. Lisa is another coach who's been very, very, very successful. I actually met her when I first started, and she honestly was, she's right where I was when I started. She barely even started herself. Now, while she got started and got, cooking and moving, I was still trying to figure out what I was doing. So Lisa burst, and this will show you what 2 years in this business, what the difference is if you have a business mindset of moving forward and, if you're just hanging out, doing the workouts and, and supporting your friends.
Hi, my name's Lisa Keeler, and I am a single mom, and I work full-time, and I also own my own business. My story really goes back to February of 2009 when I met Christina Sollins at a Turbo Kick certification. And from then, I just really followed her on Facebook, watched her posts. She was so positive, motivating, and I knew that she was part of something special, and I wanted a piece of it. I wanted to be just like her. So in July of 2009, she had invited me to a webinar, which is exactly like the one that you're on tonight, that was led by Christine Dwyer. I was at a point in my life, I had just gotten divorced. I knew that I had to do something different if I wanted to get something different. I knew that I wanted more out of life, and I knew that I wanted to give my daughter more. So I had already lost 40 pounds doing Turbo Jam and Power 90. So I was familiar with Beachbody, I knew the products, I knew they worked, and I believed everything it stood for. I had previously looked into doing Premier, Sensi, the other home-based businesses, and what was different was the startup cost was more, you had to do parties, and you had to process all the sales. So take the orders, you had to deliver it, you had to do all of that. So it was going to be a lot more time consuming. So I went with Beachbody. I got signed up in July of 2009, but really my business didn't take off until January 2010. That was mainly because I was going through a lot in my personal life. I had gotten divorced, 2 of my grandmothers passed away, had to pull my daughter out of her private school into a different school. Let's see, my ex filed for bankruptcy, so all the bills got pushed on me, so I basically had to file bankruptcy myself. I was in a home I could no longer afford, had been on the market for over a year and could not get rid of the sucker. So that's just a little bit of what I was going through. But I always kept my head up, always kept trying, and I never quit. So January 2010, while I have an awesome weight loss story, I have lost 40 pounds, I've seen how people's lives have transformed physically. I want to talk to you about the opportunity for financial freedom. January 2010, I was an Emerald coach. I had 3 people on my team, and I made $300 for the month. January 2011, things are a little bit different. Today I'm a 6-star diamond coach, and I am making, hold on to your seats people, $6,000 in January of 2011. This is working 20 hours a week from my own home when I want to work, and that's in addition to my full-time income. In 18 months, I have more than doubled my income, what I'm making at my full-time job after being there for 10 and a half years. This business works. I don't think that people realize the opportunity and the potential that is here, but there is so much more to it. If you are looking for the coach's discount, if you just want the 25% discount, do it. If you're looking to make $100, $500, $1,500 more a week, this is it. This is your opportunity. If you have wanted to provide your family with financial freedom, if you want to give your family everything that they want, everything that they need, this is the opportunity that you've been looking for. If you watch this webinar tonight and you turn it down, you can't ever say that you didn't have an opportunity, because this is it. This business works. This business is real. I've been at my job for 10 and a half years. And I have decided, as of April 1st, Beachbody will be my full-time income. That's how much I believe in this business. That's how much I love this business. And that's how much I know this business works and what it has to offer. This business can offer the exact same thing for you. So if you're ready to change your life, if you're ready to change the lives of others, get signed up today. My biggest regret is that I waited so long. I should have signed up right away when I met Christina, but you gotta wait till the time is right for you. So hopefully that's tonight. Get with the person that invited you to this webinar, and don't wait. Get signed up today and start changing your life. Thank you.
So that's really awesome. It's been really cool for me to see Lisa kind of grow in front of my eyes, because that's one of the things, like I said, when I started, she was at right where I was. She was, almost brand new. She hadn't really done anything at that point. So watching her and how quickly her business grew really has given me, when I decided it was my time to really take myself seriously, had really given me the start that I, needed to. It really showed me what was the potential of this was. So how to get started? It's really easy. You get this whole little business kit, and it's only $39.95 to join. Now, if you think about you owning your own business in the grand scheme of things, people pay thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars to start their own businesses, and so that's why it takes them so long to make any sort of profit. You get to, if you start right away, you can make a profit, your first day, your first week, however quickly you want to move. You get your Coach Starter Kit with that $39.95, and also you have 3 websites that are hosted and included in this. The only other fee that you're ever going to pay is going to be $14.95 a month, and that is to keep everything updated for you. That's going to be all your websites. Everything is always going to be up to date and at your fingertips. And as well with this, it doesn't really have anything to do with it, but you also get all the free training. I'm talking like tens of thousands of dollars of free training and business development tools within Platinum Presenters. Now, when you get started, of course, you're going to, it's $39.95, and there are some acceptance, and I'll get to that in just a second. But it's really important that if you don't own any of these products, if you're not like already a customer who's on a program in Shakeology, it's very important that you grab something to start. You need to get something to start so you have experience. It's like, you can't recommend the restaurant you've never been to. So if you were going to pick one thing, say I don't have a lot of money to spend, but you have to start with something, I recommend Shakeology. Shakeology is going to be everything rolled in one. And if you're looking to get healthier, maybe you're not at the point yet where you're ready to work out. Shakeology is going to make you get off your butt. It's going to give you the energy. It's going to start to make your body feel better. And just making that investment in yourself and your own business is going to drive you to get off your butt and start getting active, even if it's just something outdoors, or it doesn't even have to actually be a program to start. But Shakeology is the thing that you absolutely have to get when you sign up. It's so important. And I didn't do it when I started, and I honestly regret it. So this is what, obviously you're going to get your personal order, and you're going to get your stuff. here's a couple exceptions to the rule. Now, active duty military or a spouse, which I know a lot about this personally, can sign up free and have their monthly fee waived. So you get this $39.95 is waived, as well as your $14.95 fee. And this is for up to 2 years, yet to see on that because I just started it in July. But this is something that's super amazing, especially if someone says that they don't have any money. Well, I mean, it's kind of silly. You would start your own business for free. They get straight up 25% discount. I'm not talking like no fee every month. So it's really awesome. Really, really awesome. And it's really simple. The way that I choose to do it is I have people go sign up normal. They get charged the fee up front. They send their proof of active duty status for either themselves or their spouse. They send it in, and your coach can tell you a little more about that. They send it in, and they get it refunded to them within like 2 to 3 business days, something very, very quick. And then also nonprofit organizations are free always. They sign up with a paper application. It's a little bit different. They have to have their proof of nonprofit status, and they're free always. When you're thinking nonprofit organizations, there are a lot more, but think churches, think schools. This is such a cool fundraiser rather than something like selling wrapping paper or candy bars. So think about the potential of this. All the advertising is done for you, and then bringing those programs into a school setting. So making money. When you first sign up as a coach, we all get to enjoy the 25% commission. When you first sign up as a coach, the way that you make money is by retail commission. Now, before you think this is all about sales, let me get through this, and then I'll tell you why it's not. So as soon as you sign up, see, you can make your money back that you signed up with, above and beyond. You're already profiting. As soon as you have one customer who buys Shakeology and P90X, or 2 customers, one who buys each. The really cool thing about this is obviously you can see the retail cost for a customer and the commission that we earn off of that. But the cool thing about this too, and I want you to talk to the person who sent you here tonight if you're not a coach already, is something new called challenge packs. And I don't have that as a slide up here, but they're in the shop. If you go to the shop of your coach, don't go buy anything until you talk to them. But this is available to new coaches and customers for the same price. Something like P90X and Shakeology, you can see here, without shipping or tax, it's going to cost you about $240. With a challenge pack, the customer or the brand new coach gets a discount. P90X and Shakeology together will cost you $205, and you as a coach get a $70 commission rather than a $60. So that's a really, really awesome thing that Beachbody does for us. And let's say you were just getting in this. Maybe you just wanted your own, your own product, and you were looking for your discount, or you wanted to start slow. If you just started with 1 customer a month, you're pretty much right here. At least by month 2, you are making all of your money back. So you're putting no money whatsoever out of pocket into Shakeology. So, obviously I told you Shakeology is very important. I said 1 customer, or 1 for each, is going to make you all of your money back by the 2nd month. And by the 2nd month, you're not putting any money out whatsoever. By month 3, you're already making a profit while you're still on Shakeology yourself. So that really racks up, especially over the course of time. And as you see here, let me explain why the Shakeology keeps racking up. It's called Home Direct. And that is something, when you do sign up and you get on Shakeology as a coach, or even if you get it as a customer, or you know somebody who does, always, always, always recommend Home Direct, because it gives you free shipping. And you also get free shipping with those challenge packs I was telling you about. So those are, like I said, an awesome option, either way it goes. Now, this is where I'm going to tell you a little bit more about why this business is not all about sales. I am not a salesperson. That's something, I've been in a few positions where I had to do stuff like that, and I hated it. It is a little bit easier here You are talking about sales, just because when you believe in something, when you believe in a product, it's just like I said, like recommending a movie or a restaurant. You're not hassling people. You're just sharing what you're doing, and if they're interested in it, you just make sure they know that you're the person to come to for it. But this is going to be another way to earn, and it's called team bonuses. Now, when you decide that, I want to earn a little bit more, I don't want my paycheck to be focused on my sales and week to week or month to month, well, this is where the real money comes from, is team bonuses. And this involves moving up the ranks. And the first place you need to have your sights set on if you want to make any sort of money or residual over the long term is going to be Emerald rank. And essentially just becoming Emerald is giving yourself a promotion. Now, what you're going to do is you're basically going to work as a team. Now, you're going to work as a team yourself with people that you sponsor, people that they sponsor on down the line. There's no end to that. And also the people, like, say I'm your sponsor, it's going to work as well with me. So I'm also working as part of your team. Now you see these little, obviously it's color-coded right here, you can tell. The orange people are the ones that you sponsor yourself. The blue are the ones that they sponsor. And the red are the ones that I sponsor or my coach sponsors, or anybody who's placed in this business, anywhere above me. Because the way that it's laid out is it's binary. It's just two legs, so there's nowhere else for people to go. If I sponsor a coach, I have to put them underneath you. So you start to earn points. Any sort of personal purchase or any sort of sale to anyone, or new coach brought on, anything like that that involves a purchase from anyone at all, starts to rack up points. So many points in your left side, so many points in your right side, and you earn team bonus cycles. But you can't earn team bonus cycles until you become an Emerald. And before I tell you what an Emerald is, oh, by the way, there's no coach sign-on bonus. So just by bringing bodies in, like other companies are kind of like that, that doesn't give you anything. So you want people to be here who want to be here or would like the discount as well. So when like I said, this is definitely a team program, and these people are just a product of the product. They don't necessarily even have to be selling stuff. They're just doing their thing, and it's earning them and you money. So becoming an Emerald coach is just finding two business partners, two people who either want a discount or they want to build a business like you. Ideally, you want to find, a handful, in the long run, of people who want to go big or go home, like you do. But this is where you start. This is your first goal. And this is where you get to start earning all the cool stuff, where you get to earn more than just commissions. You get team bonus cycles just by having two business partners on with you. So you still, as an Emerald, and also one can be your spouse, so that's kind of awesome too. You still get to earn your retail sales commissions like you did as a coach, but where it starts to get big is you get to earn residual income from you and your team's sales. So anybody placed anywhere below you, and I told you there's no end to it, it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Eventually, your team, you bring on a few people that want to build a business. If they do, and if they do, and if they do, even if it's just a handful of people, it starts to snowball. And it snowballs to the point where you couldn't stop it if you wanted to, and why would you anyway, right? But this is where majority of the income comes from when you see someone like Lisa Keeler talking about her $6,000 paycheck or $6,000 a month. That's where it comes from the team bonus cycles. So we get paid weekly, and we also, as an Emerald, earn company leads. Now, this is something that's unique to Team Beachbody. They actually give you their customers. So we're talking about the infomercials. First of all, there's no catch to this whatsoever. The people log in, they order, they call in to order, and there's 50 to 60,000 new people every single week who do this. They just give their customers to us for support, to an Emerald coach, someone who qualifies. 50 to 60,000 new people are put into this lead wheel, every single week. Beachbody's very smart. They assign them to you as a coach, and you help them, with their personal support. And also, when they make new purchases, their commissions go to you. You want that? Of course you do. How do you get it? Well, there's some things that on here you might not, understand up front, but it's simple. And there's a certain qualification here for a reason. It's because they need to know that you are actively working in this business, that you're involved, that you're serious. Well, it's why would they give their customers away to you? They want to make sure that you're going to be here for their customers. So you need to be an Emerald coach. That means you have 2 active coaches personally sponsored by you. You're active yourself. That means you're probably on Shakeology. You log 8 workouts every month, which if you're going to work out, log them. Just makes it simpler. And you're going to get yourself a club membership. It also includes like meal planning, grocery lists, and chats with the trainers. So it's all worth it, but they have to make sure that you're going to be around for their customers and to support them. Let me show you some numbers really quick. This is an example of one person's like weekly paychecks. Like I said, we get paid weekly, so you can see the breakdown is week ending. This is not a monthly paycheck. The breakdown here, as you can see, in each of these is just slightly different. One person obviously is getting a much bigger paycheck, but where they're getting their pay from is a little bit different. You might start to think like, oh my God, I have to be a salesperson to do this. Not true at all, because like I told you before, right here where the 850 is, where that 198, those are the team bonus cycles. You can learn more about that as you get started, but that's where people make their money. So that's why, in the beginning, if you're just focusing on sales, it's a little bit harder, to see those big numbers. But once you start to believe in what you're doing, you start to find a handful of people who want to do it with you, that's where the money comes from. Now, I just want to wrap it up for you. Team Platinum Presenters, now, it was founded by Christine Dwyer, who's my coach. She started this when she started the business in I think about 4 years ago, just over 4 years ago. And she, when she started, she took her own money and she invested it back into this team, Platinum Presenters, to give us amazing training and tools. So those are all available at our fingertips for free. When you being on this webinar, you were probably invited by a coach who was part of the Team Platinum Presenters family. When you sign up as a coach, you will also be a part of the Team Platinum Presenters family. This is the largest and fastest growing team in the network. Also, we have the most highest ranking coaches. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm not like being illiterate. We have the most people who basically give themselves promotions the most often by moving up in rank, by building their team, and a strong team at that. And the training and support are all there at your fingertips for you, for everyone in your team. You have a business presentation like this that you can use every single week, as well as one that's recorded for anybody that you want to share this with. So there's never any pressure on you to try to share this stuff with anybody because you're brand new. As well as there's new coach training webinars, obviously some that you're going to go and register for right after you get signed up, as well as ones that are recorded that your coach puts you in touch with. And then when you register for access to this site, which your coach, will tell you more about when you're signing up, you have all these programs, this training, personal development stuff, and connections to successful coaches, weekly team calls, so much training. Obviously, it's not stuff you're all going to start out doing. You're not going to overwhelm yourself right away. But you have so much at your fingertips. This is tens of thousands of dollars worth of training that you get for free just for being a part of our Platinum Presenters family. And these are all things that you're going to use in conjunction with the Team Beachbody tools and training as well, is their sharing tools and all that. So, and then, some of the founding members, a lot of our members work with Chalene Johnson and her company as well. And then Brian Tracy, Brendan Bouchard, and Craig Holiday. If you are into into business at all or personal development, you may know their names. If you don't know them yet, you will know them after you start getting involved in your own business. And so where we are now is, what do you want? This is it, and this is where you make a decision. Why are you here? What are you going to do next? Do you want to lose weight and feel great? I do. That's what, a huge goal for me. I want to look in the mirror and love who I see and how I feel. Do you want to be debt free? Of course, I do. Do you want to fire your boss? Already did. Do you want to be a part of something meaningful? And that's a huge part that we don't really get to talk about much. You may have a job that you love, and this is just something that you want to do to make your days more fulfilling. This is something that you can do, because I honestly have a lot of people that come to me, tell me thank you, and enthusiastically for helping them. And I don't even know what I did. I mean, I was there for them, when they needed me, or I was, I was there to point them in the right direction, or to pick them up, motivate them when they were down. But I mean, like, that's simple. I have people come to thank me all the time, and it really is, it's very humbling, but you honestly can't even, the way that they see you is just so much different than the way that you see yourself, and you do so much more for people just by being there for them than you ever could imagine. So, and then the last is to spend more time with your family. I know it doesn't say family on there, but that's the big thing. Most people, they want their family, they want to enjoy their time with the people that are important. And this is where you make a decision to decide, what are my priorities really? We all say our priorities are something, but are they really? Because if you have an opportunity to make your priorities your actual priorities by putting a little energy and effort into something new, then that's the way you should move. You should start, and you should start now. So is what you're doing right now going to get you where you want to go? Think about a year from now, 5 years from now, or 10. Where is what you're doing now going to put you? Because you only get something different by doing something different, and that's just the way that it works. So I want to encourage you all to get in contact with the person who invited you and get started tonight, because this has been something that's changed my life.